Ball on.
Oh, you want to do a poll? I thought you wanted to do a poll.
No.
Okay. Don't do a poll. That's silly.
What?
Don't do a poll right now. That's silly.
All right. So yeah, Chris.
Yeah, what up? Not much. We're here talking. It is Wednesday, my dudes. We're here to talk about comics and stuff.
Aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what, Chris? Why don't we talk about the elephant in the room first?
Sure.
We've been hit with both ends of the pendulum when it comes to comic book movies this week.
Oh, yes.
On the one side, we've got the embargo lifting on the Avengers Infinity War reviews, and it's starting to make Black Panther seem like just an okay film.
Yeah.
Now, some of it's probably hyperbole and the hype of 10 years building into it, but you know what? I'd rather that than the Avengers Age of Ultron response, which was not as good as the first one.
Yeah, well, Age of Ultron was a mess.
Yes, but going into Infinity War, 50% of the Avengers movies were good, and the other 50 were okay.
It's true.
So I'm happy that that's happening. It makes me feel good because you know what I've realized, Chris, and tell me if I'm off on this, but I think Phase 3 has been the best phase of Marvel films. Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians 2, Civil War, Doctor Strange, and Ant-Man, yes or no? I can't remember. Was that the first?
Phase 2.
Okay, that was the last Phase 2 movie.
Yes, I believe so.
But like, there have been no true duds in this phase, like, or even really contentious movies. Like, there is no you either loved Ant-Man or hated it, or the Iron Man 2. I don't, that was very polarizing. Iron Man 3 was very polarizing. You don't have Incredible Hulk. You don't have Captain America 1.
I guess the closest one that would be kind of polarizing is Doctor Strange.
Right.
Awful.
So,
it is not.
It is not.
It's not.
It's fine. Contrarian.
It's bottom tier Marvel.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's not.
It is not.
It is not.
I'm sorry. Where's Saki? I don't see Saki. If I don't see a sock, then the voice does not matter.
Yeah, it's just a voice.
All voices matter.
Oh, did you just really all anything matters this?
Yup.
Take it back.
No.
So anyway, that was my point. So like, Avengers Infinity War is coming off of a very strong phase.
Yes, that is confirmed.
And really, I think that's what shocks me the most, Chris. Because normally, 10 years after something, fatigue sets in, and it gets the quality declines. It's very rare that in year 10 the quality is on like a trajectory like that. It's blowing my mind.
Yeah, we've been calling for the end of the Marvel Universe for forever, and it keeps going. So
and you know what? We always like to move the goalposts, but the true test will be post this 10-year buildup. What's next? Can they sustain it after the Infinity War buildup of 10 years is over?
Yeah.
So
who knows? We've been wrong for literally years. So.
Make sure we can't do anything.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I mean, like the first true prediction was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
That was the first big make or break moment.
Yep.
Spoken about it a lot. And it's never stopped. But and like I said, there was two things, and on the other end of the spectrum, we got the first true trailer for Venom.
Hey, did you realize we've been saying symbiote wrong the entire time?
I did not know that.
Symbiote?
Symbiote.
I mean, I guess it's technically right, but...
I mean, it's the British way, but I refuse to accept aluminium as the correct pronunciation of anything.
No, I don't... It's different than how I do it, and I don't like it.
We're Americans, and therefore our way is the right way, and you crazy Australian Tom Hardy can just fucking do it right.
Not to mention the fact that every bit of Spider-Man media has said symbiote.
Yeah, every other one What?
Thing.
TV
That's
show,
how I know how to say symbiote.
movies. Yeah. Chris, it irks me in a way that I have not been irked since Last Airbender called him Avatar Ung.
Listen, I normally I would poo-poo and say that that you're overreacting and crazy, but it's driving me nuts too.
Yeah.
So what do I know? Also, Tom Hardy's American accent. That is a rough accent.
Hold on.
Okay.
Saki has just told me that Nickelodeon is bringing back Double Dare.
It is. It's in one of my
New
news bits.
generation of kids.
Yeah, we get to slop some kids.
Look, you can love Double Dare, but nothing will ever beat Nickelodeon guts and climbing the crag. And all you wanted was to see a foam brick smack a kid in the face and fucking topple them off the back.
The aggro crag was the best final boss.
Oh man,
even better than the hidden temple itself, which was pretty good.
It was. No, the aggro crag was objectively better.
Objectively better.
Look, can we just appreciate how great Nickelodeon was in that era with game shows? You had Guts, Double Dare, Legend of the Hidden Temple, and Nick Arcade.
Man, I don't know if you've seen this, but the Amazon descriptions for Nick Arcade are out of control.
Really?
Because hold on, I'm gonna pull them up for you real quick. Because Nick Arcade is on Amazon Video, and whoever wrote the descriptions had way too much fun.
Okay.
So hold on, let me pull one up. Contestants Tavis, Michelle, Megan, and Chris mumble their way through some radical small talk with Fillmore before facing off in the video zone. Chris chokes on Alpha Mission 2, and Megan still hasn't forgiven him. Joshua and Barbara are on the yellow team today, and they plan on playing as dirty as it takes to win that football table. Joshua knows it's wrong to bite people, but that hasn't stopped him before.
Hey, Chris.
What?
Chat brought up a really good he's trying to guess what the Perkins is trying to guess what the in-credit stinger will be for Avengers.
Yes.
He's saying Kang the Conqueror showing up as the next big bad.
I'd buy it.
I never even thought about that, but what perfect way to explain away like reboots and recastings once Chris Evans and all the Chris's leave the role and everything.
But there's a part 2. They're gonna lead into that.
No, we're talking after Infinity Wars and Phase 4 starting. But that would be a super smart way to do that. Is having Kang fuck up the time stream.
Yeah. I think that's as good a guess as anything. One more Nick Arcade description for you.
Okay.
Host Fillmore wears a shirt so baggy that a sharp gust would send him sailing into the sky. Contestants go inside a video game where they're required to put on helmets and knee pads so they can safely steal digital bananas from virtual monkeys.
Oh man, I always told myself I'd be great at Nick Arcade.
I don't know.
Always, like Super Nintendo and Genesis games I was already good at, like Sonic and Adventure Joe.
But I don't know that you'd be so good at the final arcade.
Look, 12-year-old Matthew would have been awesome at it.
I don't know. Because you have to watch yourself do this like an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think
it prepped me for it. You know what? If playing a lot of Kinect games prepped me for anything, it was a life of Nick Arcade.
I mean, you'd probably do well getting to the final arcade. I don't doubt that.
I'd do great, Chris. Where's your optimism?
Yeah,
it's in there, but I don't know. I'm not confident.
All right.
So we talked about Nick. We talked about the Venom trailer. Hey, Matt.
Yes, dear.
Do you like the Game of Thrones?
I like the Game of Thrones.
The books.
There's not a sock. There's not a voice.
The books.
Off screen.
Yes, I heard the Game of Thrones is a pretty good show.
Well, people are excited for the books, you know.
It's not happening.
It's not happening this year. Winds of Winter is not coming.
No, winter is coming, but the books are not.
Not now.
So let me ask you this: you were a fan before the TV show.
That is correct. I read the first book back in like 2001.
You're a huge hipster about it.
I am a hipster about it.
So, do you think the series will actually finish in our lifetime, or his lifetime?
It's less will it finish in our lifetime, and will it finish in George R.R. Martin's lifetime?
Saki's hot take. He's waiting for the show to end to say "fuck you" and change it.
I mean, that is one take. Is that once the show's over, it's just like Scott Pilgrim, when the movie came out before book 6, and so the movie actually gave 3 different endings.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
But look, I don't think they're coming. I think he's gonna die, but he's gonna have enough cliff notes that what was that other series that did that? Wheel of Time, where the guy yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna finish. I think he's gonna die and leave them unfinished, and everyone's gonna be kind of salty about it.
Yeah.
Would you watch a Fast and the Furious animated series?
No.
Well, it's coming to Netflix, and it's so surprising that I can't believe it hasn't happened sooner. Because like the Fast and the Furious are kind of perfect for animated fare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I here's the thing. I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Well, you're a better man than I am, because I'm not.
I won't.
Saki won't?
Saki, curse.
Anyway, Chris.
Yeah.
Chad is not feeling a Fast and the Furious animated show. But you know what? Remember in the 90s and 80s when literally every successful movie got an animated show, even if it only lasted for 1 season?
Yes.
Like every single one.
Yes.
It blows my mind. Hold on. I wonder if there's a list
of TV shows based on cartoons based on movies.
Well, first of all, every Disney movie at the time, there was a Lion King show, a Hercules show, an Aladdin show, a Mermaid show, a Toy Story show, a Dalmatian show.
And they all got 6
got a spin-off. Yeah, and none of them lasted for only 1 series.
But like
okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura Pet Detective got one.
Yep. The Mask got one.
What?
The Mask.
Yeah, The Mask had one. Hold on. Come on. I don't need all TV shows. I just need animated shows. Animated series based on movies. Here we go. King Kong, Godzilla, Star Wars Droids, Real Ghostbusters, of course, is one of the most famous.
It's the best.
Police Academy had one. Teen
I
Wolf
remember
had
the Police
one.
Academy one, and it was pretty terrible.
I remember Beetlejuice had one, and that was actually a pretty good one.
Beetlejuice was great.
Karate Kid, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, Back to the Future, Problem Child, Beethoven, Free Willy, Highlander, Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, Godzilla Again, RoboCop. Clerks had a great one.
Clerks was so good.
The Mummy had one. Clone Wars, obviously. Casper, The Mask, Men in Black, Spider-Man. I don't know if I count that.
No, I don't count that.
Street Fighter. That's more of a video game. Conan, The Emperor's New School. All of the Friday had one with Ice-T. Jumanji had one. Kung Fu Panda, Land Before Time. All the Disney ones. I'm not even reading the Disney ones. Little Shop of Horrors. Mortal Kombat had one.
It's pretty shitty looking.
I love Defenders of the Realm.
Ugh.
Return to the Planet of the Apes, Rambo, Spaceballs, Stargate, Stuart Little, Wizard of Oz. The point is, the 80s and 90s were rife with these. And so
they were just throwing money at everything.
It is a shock that we no longer have those for kids anymore, because they were like the perfect way to tie in more merchandise.
Or we are getting them, but they're coming like years later. Like Big Hero 6 has a show.
Yeah.
Or will have a show coming out in a couple of months. And like Tangled has a show, but that was like 6 years later.
Yeah. Speaking of shows, Chris, that dovetails nicely into it's a live action reboot or live action remake or a movie. It's just a live action movie of Kim Possible.
What's the sitch?
Kim Possible's coming back, and the best thing ever was Will Friedle and Christy Carlson Romano filmed a audition reel of them trying to play their parts while being really old. And did you watch that, Chris?
I did. It's really, really good.
Amazing.
So what's the six?
My favorite.
If you want to reach me, if you page me, it's okay.
My favorite was when Will Friedle, the beep 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 ringtone comes on his phone. It's like, oh, that's my reminder to take my pill.
Will Friedle is very funny.
And then he looks at Christy Carlson and I was like, yeah, we should hurry this up. You were getting older literally in front of my eyes.
They're so cute together.
Oh, they were great.
I saw the picture of our new Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable, and I'm sure they're going to be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know what? They're Disney casts people right for the roles.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it. Who am I kidding?
I'll watch it.
I'm watching it too. I fucking love Kim Possible. So
what's great is Kim Possible is one of the first shows that you refused to watch, and then I broke you down, and you were very upset that you liked it so much.
Hey Matt, remember how I told you that Kim Possible has a
luxurious mustache? Ruined the mustache ruined it for me.
A luxurious mustache.
Do you not know, Saki?
Oh, show Saki the mustache.
Oh, okay. Chris ruined this for me because it's one of those can never unsee moments. Kim Possible has a mustache at all times.
Oh God. No!
Yeah.
He looks very distinguished.
It's a lip! It's lipstick!
Yeah, mustaches go on lips.
Stop! Reach
Shigo has one too.
Shigo's has a nice distinguished green one.
It's black!
Oh, that's not better.
What's Shigo
black? Everyone looks very distinguished in the show.
She never knew that. Anyway, Chris, I was so upset at Chris when he first told me that.
I was more stunned that you had never seen it because I couldn't not see
it. Chris! Put a sock in it!
Well, why don't you come here and put a sock in my face?
I will when I travel 9 hours.
Okay.
Anyway. Oh, God. Chris, what else you got?
That's all the news I have. Do you want to talk about the comics?
All right, well, let's talk briefly about comics before we get to games.
Sure. Which gaming is going to be related to basically what the title of the episode is.
God of War?
God of Boy!
Boy!
Chris, the best thing about Twitter today is everyone making dad jokes about Kratos.
I have been reading them obsessively.
The ones where his son's trying to tell a joke and Kratos just draxes his up.
What is this rune? It is an up dog. What is the up dog?
Yeah.
I will be alert for it.
Hold on, I sent Saki a really good one earlier.
Okay.
Hold on. Saki will read Atreus.
No. Oh God, no.
Let Saki read Atreus.
Oh God. Okay.
And the troll said, "Drog, I don't even
Draugr.
Draugr, I don't even know her."
Boy, I thought you did not understand the language of trolls.
I don't.
Are you certain it was a troll speaking?
No, Dad. It's a.
You sounded certain before, but now you are less. Focus, boy.
My other favorite is Kratos doing a crossword puzzle. It's, boy, what's a 5-letter word for ram? Aries. Aries!
I didn't hear that one. My favorite, I saw one. It was, why did the chicken cross the road? It was probably to gain a tactical advantage. Watch out for the poultry, boy.
Oh, the jokes don't stop. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyway, back to
comics. Let's talk comics before we'll talk about Dad of War. Hey Matt, Killer Be Killed, number 18.
What?
Killer Be Killed, number 18.
Yo, right?
Yo.
Down.
Well, I'm very shocked this book is ending in 2 issues.
Wait, is it?
Yes.
Also, actually, I really like that because Brubaker always works best in a very tight timeline.
Like Velvet.
Yeah. Like, and you know what? That's going to make an amazing hardcover deluxe collection.
It is, and I like how things are still kind of playing together, even though we have the what do you call it? The copycat. taken care of. But this one cop is still digging and is getting closer and closer to the truth.
Yeah, and then the consequences that come with that revelation.
Yes.
You know,
this book is going to be so good when it's finally collected.
Oh yeah, and I love at the back of every one of their issues when they just show all the other amazing books they've done. Like you forget sometimes.
The Fade Out, Criminal, and
Fade Out's amazing. Criminal's amazing.
Yes.
And these are just the books he also does with Sean Phillips. Like it doesn't even have Velvet on there. But we got Criminal, Fatale, Sleeper, Scene of the Crime. Also, have you read Scene of the Crime, Chris?
I don't believe I have.
Because I really want to, especially when I realize Michael Lark, the artist from Lazarus, also is on it. So you got Sean Phillips and Michael Lark along with Ben Brubaker.
There's a lot of stuff in my back matter, and that's one of the things.
So Chris.
Yo.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
No, you shouldn't, but it's real good.
Bitch.
Saga?
Yeah, Saga once again breaking my hearts. What?
The one I was reading about.
I do like the kid's drawing of the will, though.
Oh man, the will makes me very sad always.
Do you think the will's gonna redeem himself?
No, because Hazel mentioned something early on about how the will was always a problem.
That's true. I forgot that we get those mentions of Hazel and what happened in the future, and then they happen like 40 issues prior.
So yeah, I think the will's gonna be trouble.
Oh, it's so disappointing. Chris, another Howard came out.
I did not get it. I had limited funds, so I had to work with what I had.
It's cool. I mean, it's part of a 6-part miniseries. It'll probably be collected with the last small series, the Soldier of Love one.
Yeah.
Let's see. You don't read that. How about that Archie, huh?
I didn't see Archie on my list. I did not get it.
This might have been one of the best Archies in a while.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it on my to buy list for when I get paid again.
All right.
Did you get the all new Wolverine?
I sure did.
What a story!
Man, I love when they jump into the future with these heroes.
Yeah, and they have such fun playing with what the future ended up as.
Well, I love when they start the series and we think it's Laura, and it ends up being Gabby, and X-23 is actually even older and is running an entire nation.
Yes.
So between that and the older versions of Captain Marvel and
older Maria Hill.
Hawkeye from MASH.
Yeah, and older Maria Hill. I love how she's basically just Sasha Bordeaux, like with a cyborg.
100%. Yeah. So besides Older Wolverine, which I'm sad ends next issue.
Yeah, me too.
Have you been trying the Terrifics?
I have been trying the Terrifics, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about the Terrifics yet.
Not 100% sold yet, even though I love the characters.
Yeah, no, and I like. There's a lot of things I like about it, except for where it currently stands as a story. Because I like the team, and I like the art, and I like everything else about it. But I'm just not super sold yet.
I mean, I hear you. But it's of all the new books coming out of Metal, like I haven't read any of the other ones. Like I tried them, I read them in the store, Brimstone and Silencer and whatnot.
Sure.
I haven't really been grabbed by any of the new heroes they're creating, but the Terrifics has been pretty cool, and I enjoyed Immortal Men, and those were the two I was most interested in.
Okay.
Did you read?
I read Exiles, #2.
Wait, hold on, Chris. 1 second.
Sure.
Talk about a book you read.
Okay. I want to take this moment, for those of you watching, I want to talk about the Mighty Thor, which has ended the saga of Jane Foster, cancer patient / Thor. This run of the Mighty Thor will go up there in history along with Walter Simonson's incredible run. Everything about this has been pretty amazing, and the final confrontation between Jane and the Mangog, and how she overcomes it while giving up her Thorness, which spoiler, I guess. It's incredible, and this whole thing from the moment of when Thor became unworthy way back when to now has been a real treat to read. It's been metal as hell and a ton of fun. And I think if you were looking to get into Thor, maybe from the movies or whatever, this is not a bad place to read, because it's a nice self-contained kind of tale, and it's incredible. And I think it's absolutely worth your time, and I would highly recommend it.
I'm back.
Yeah, I was just telling everyone about the Mighty Thor, which wrapped up the.
Oh yeah, it ended today.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite comic bits I've ever read.
I think it would be really cool to get that as a collection.
I agree. I was telling the stream. I think this ranks up there with Walter Simonson's run on Thor in terms of just sheer epicness. Which I know it's not your favorite run, but it is the run of Thor.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I get it. I was also commenting before that I picked up Exiles #2.
Okay. Chris, no, when you're done, there's a brief topic Saki brought to our attention.
Sure. Let me just knock this out real quick. I'm a big fan of the Exiles. I like taking time-displaced people and throwing them all together in kind of a blender and seeing what kicks out. I did not get the first issue because it was one of those poor weeks, but I picked up issue 2, and it's pretty bonkers. So I think I would recommend it, but it's a little early in its run to tell.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. For games, Chris, actually, but first, there's an article that just popped up saying that wondering why female superheroes don't have ponytails. Why do they always got to have flowing long hair?
Huh.
Because sexism.
Well, yeah, I would assume that, and I assume an artisticness that is kind of mired in the older days.
But this shit's practical.
It is.
Yeah. Saki.
I mean, Kitty Pryde recently started having a ponytail within the last, 15 years or so?
She's one of the few.
As a girl, you want this shit out of your face. Ponytails are awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else has like a ponytail.
I'm looking. Yeah, I don't know.
Shuri right now is the only one.
I mean, Harley has the pigtails.
Yeah, but she's also sexualized as infantile with her double ponytail, so that don't count.
Okay.
I don't know. Something to think about.
Well, I mean, we know why. It's because you could sell better pinups with non-ponytail women.
That is
well,
true.
And also, when they're fighting and flying or whatever kind of movement, you can have their hair go whoosh.
I'm sorry, like what?
Yeah, most women either have like really short hair or really big hair.
Or if you're Medusa, all the hair.
Lady Deadpool did have a ponytail. That is true.
Hey, Chris.
Well,
let's switch the games before we head out.
Let's talk about God of Boy.
Well, before that, I want to discuss. We got NPD numbers. NPD now comes out on Tuesdays.
We love NPD. What do they got?
So, what was the #1 system of the month of March?
Switch.
The Switch.
It was PlayStation 4.
Really?
Yeah, close.
Followed by Switch, followed by Xbox. What was the #1 game of March?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't remember. I'm panicking.
All right, what game are you currently playing?
Oh, Far Cry.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, panicked.
Let's see. What do you think the second game was?
Ni no Kuni.
It was not.
No.
Sea of Thieves.
What?
Interesting.
Why?
Very
It
interesting.
had a huge launch. Now the question remains, will those people remain in April? My guess is no.
No.
But, I mean, you have to understand, this was a huge launch and Xbox's first exclusive in months.
Not to Not to mention, it looks really good in video form.
It does. It's just there's not much to do. So we'll see if they can retain their user base. But it had a very strong start. The first top 4 games of the month were all brand new games: Far Cry 5, Sea of Thieves, MLB The Show, and Kirby Star Allies. Ni no Kuni was number 8, which you might think is bad, but this is what's crazy. Sea of Thieves is Rare's largest debut of all time.
Uh-huh.
Far Cry 5 is the top-selling debut of any Far Cry game, beating Far Cry 3 by like 60%.
Wow.
MLB The Show is the biggest launch of its series. Kirby is the biggest launch of the Kirby series. And Ni no Kuni outsold the first Ni no Kuni by 40%.
That's pretty impressive.
So that's just good all around.
I would not have predicted Ni no Kuni had improved that much.
Same, but it did, and good for it.
Yeah.
And then finally, before we move into the discussion of God of War, we got our PlayStation Plus and Xbox games with gold.
Yes, I would like you to tell me the Xbox ones, please.
All right. Xbox games with gold in May. The 360, you get the Streets of Rage collection and Vanquish by Platinum. And Xbox One, you get Super Mega Baseball 2. You know, just to make you feel better that you don't get MLB.
Sure.
And then you also get the Phantom Pain Metal Gear Solid 5.
That's pretty exciting.
Which was on PlayStation Plus, I believe, a couple months ago. So now everyone gets it for free.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a winner.
PlayStation 4 or PlayStation Plus, the Vita gets 2 games I've never heard of: King Oddball and Furmins. So good for that, I guess.
Yes.
I'm clicking on Furmins, and it looks awful.
Well, that's why it's free.
And King Oddball. Okay, I remember King Oddball. PS3 gets a game called Eat Them, and Risen 3 Titan Lords, the action RPG.
Yeah.
PS4 though is where the real meat is. You get Rayman Legends, which we thoroughly enjoyed back when it came out, and just in time for Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls is free. The PS4 remaster.
Yeah, this one you can play this one in chronological order.
Yep.
So it kind of plays a little better.
And speaking of Detroit, did you know the demo's out and you can play the whole first part of the game? I
was not aware of that, no.
It is out right now.
Well, now
Have you played the demo?
I have not yet, but I'm very excited to, because people are saying it's better than any other game he's ever put out. Like, it's actually really good, and I'm very excited.
Well, he's having some issues right now with everyone saying about how terrible his company is.
Yeah, it's not great.
Doing the French press, so.
Yeah, that's not great. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be surprised if Sony cuts ties with Quantic Dream after this.
It's a bad look, especially after the Ellen Page stuff.
Exactly, and just the series. She accused David Cage, the head of the company, of not assault, but
being a huge creeper.
Yeah. And then the company's been hit by a lot of sexual harassment and just toxic work environment claims. Okay. And it sucks because then you come into do you support the game or not? But then do you punish the hundreds of other people that work at the company because the top people suck? I don't know. It's a quandary.
It is.
But, I don't know. What was I looking up? I was looking up something.
You were looking up...
your face?
Well, it's right here.
It's a beautiful face.
Thanks.
All right, so let's talk Dad of War.
Let's talk God of Boy.
God of Boy, Dad of War. It all works out.
So you've been playing this pretty obsessively.
Yes. Honestly, I would have had it beaten already, but Saki got super into the game and is loving the story and the characters and the dialogue and the interactions between everyone and the Norse mythology. And so I've made a gentleman's agreement to only play with Saki present. So we're going at a much slower pace than I'm used to. But what's cool is the game is so expansive with so much stuff to explore and side quests and everything, so that I can do non-plot stuff without her. So I still get to play a little.
Yeah.
But
So I haven't had a chance to play it. I missed a week 2 weeks due to sickness. So I'm wrapping up Far Cry 5 as we speak. And I watched up until the first boss fight, who I assume is Baldur, but I'm not 100% on that.
You mean the stranger?
Yes.
It is the stranger.
Yes, I assume that's Baldur, but I don't know. And I've watched up to that part, and it strikes me how very different it is from previous God of Wars.
Yes.
How kind of slow and measured it is.
Oh, trust me. Trust me, Chris. It does not remain that way. It only seems that way in the beginning because you haven't unlocked any abilities or combo modifications or gotten any perks. The game is so deep. There's a crafting system, an upgrade system, a skill system. You can get new armors, and each armor has an enchantment slot where you can put a rune that unlocks different things.
And enchantments. Don't forget
I literally just said enchantment. And then you can get a runic attack, a light and a heart, a heavy one, and those drastically increase your abilities. They're like your magic for the moment. And not to mention,
kind of game.
The Leviathan axe throwing mechanics are the greatest thing ever to be put into an action game.
No, the shield thing with the parry.
Yeah, the shield reflection is an ability you get where you can reflect projectile attacks back at people.
So cool.
Okay. But good.
No.
What was I saying though, Chris? Let me put it to you this way: the Leviathan axe throw is so good. If they do not steal that and implement it into a feature in the Avengers game for Thor's hammer, they're the dumbest people.
It's nonsense. So I want to point this out about YouTube. YouTube's a fucking asshole.
Oh.
I watched one stream on this game up to the point where I said, and every video that YouTube recommends, people do not give a shit about spoiling.
No, and I heard YouTube's dangerous because the comments, the titles, and the thumbnails spoil everything.
They do. I know about the secret ending because I saw the stuff. There's one that says secret ending, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh well, fuck me, I guess. Didn't even click it, just saw it, and then it's like Kratos meets blank. And I was like, oh well, fuck me also. Well,
stop going on YouTube and looking up videos.
I'm not. They're on my front page videos. They're on my recommended videos.
Well,
you need better recommendations.
The algorithm knows you've never cared about spoilers before.
Watch some Broadway musicals. You'll be fine.
That's what I've been doing all day, Saki.
Anyway, Chris, I really think you would love God of War.
It's so good.
As I have told you many, many times, it's happening.
I know. I think you'll really like it.
Okay, well, I told you it's happening.
Good. Good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, I don't want to get too much because I refuse to spoil it. Like, there's so much from the beginning onward. There's so many holy crap moments. Who you meet, their take on Norse mythology, the fact that the growing I haven't seen two characters grow towards each other since Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Yeah.
It's so good, Chris, and it's a pretty game. I'm not even.
So pretty.
And it's gonna look even better on your 4K TV.
I don't have a 4K TV.
I thought you did.
No, I've never upgraded to it.
I thought you did.
No.
What's your current TV?
Just a regular HD TV.
No, Chris, I was there when you bought it.
Yeah, it's not 4K.
Huh.
Pretty sure it's not 4K.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'll look again. I don't think it is.
I mean, you don't have anything that utilizes the 4K, so you probably just never realized it. But at 100, I was there with you.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's not 4K, but I will confirm.
You want to put some money down on it?
No, I don't want to put money down on it.
All right. Well,
stop trying to gamble for everything.
I just want your money, Chris.
Get a job.
We got a wedding to pay for. We need that gambling money.
Yeah, well, tell him to get a job. Get 2 jobs. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yes, sir.
He's a white male. He don't have to do that.
Oh my
Well, that's
god.
right. We should just be giving him money.
Anyway, Chris,
Yeah. What up?
I mean, until you play, and I know Josh wanted to discuss God of War, so we'll probably hold off until the next time we're all together to discuss God of War.
Sure.
But that's all I got for tonight.
That's all I have for tonight, too, unless you want to hear more Nick Arcade descriptors.
I do not.
Okay. Well, then I got nothing.
All right. Well, I love you.
I've been looking at them, and they just make me laugh every time I look at them.
Good.
Saki bless.
Saki does bless.
Bye, guys.
All right, and then next week, or the week after when we return, we'll talk about this IGN 100 games list.
And we'll discuss our thoughts on Avengers, Infinity War, and God of War.
Yep, all the things. So we'll be back. We'll be back in 2 weeks, usual time, usual place.
All right. Bye.
So everyone have a good night. We'll see you then.